that's the button. So pretty much after that, you can make sure to talk in your own mic. And if you can't hear anything, then we can try turning up the volume. But after that, it's...
I think it'll be alright.
Yeah, I can pretty much hear it. There's going to be different dialogue. I can turn up the dialogue volume, which is going to be the more important part. So what I can do is I can go to options and sound instead of like... And dialogue is all...
It's already maxed.
It's already maxed. Fuck my life. So... The difference is that this is going to give us a fraction of the volume that's going to go through to play on this. See how it's live?
Yeah.
But I have it stopped. So if I go over here, it's stopped. If I press play, it's going to play, but it's right now stopped to us because we don't need to load a video that we're already... I could do it, but the internet's not strong enough for that. Our internet, we're going to get stronger internet in the future. When I do, I'll do it. So welcome back. I'm tipsy, and so is Jesse. This is Jesse.
Hey.
Do you have a beer?
Yeah.
Where's your beer?
I haven't opened it yet.
Oh, okay. We're drunken, mishappen detectives who's going to go through this sort of thing. So, right now, we can't really hear much because we're ill-prepared detectives. So right now, this case is more of a... There's several layers of detective cases. There's those guys. There's, you start out as a policeman, right? And then you go through the tiers. This is the short story of this. You go through policeman, traffic detective, which means you figure out why they didn't show up to bail, why they didn't show up to court, and then you go to kidnapping, and then you kind of like go through why, like where did these people go? You have to figure out where they are. To murder. This is where that's the hardest one. So this guy right here, he's our partner. He's an alcoholic. He's a raging alcoholic. He's always like trying to make you hurry up because if you don't hurry up, then he starts like giving you the stink eye. Like he's a rageful alcoholic. This is the year of 1940 something actually. So right now we're investigating something. Not sure what it was, but we gotta look around to see.
Well, there's a guy just strolling past the police line.
Yeah, no, this is the beginning of the game is more of a tutorial. This is like the first cases that is a non-tutorial, and apparently we need to figure out the string. The string is very mysterious. No, I'm just kidding.
I guess.
So there's this murdered lady who's taken a Tuzin and got fucking murdered, and she's fucking naked as shit. So yeah,
Gotta inspect that.
yeah.
Right around
This
there.
whole area. No, I'm just kidding.
Something wrong here.
Yeah, there is. No.
Gotta investigate that bush.
There's a lot of things going on with this picture. I quit this game before I figured out the case, so we get to go through it again, which is over here. Every time you hear that noise, like dun dun dun. Hear that?
Yeah.
That's a case noise. Footprints size 5'8", 6'8", 5'8". Okay, so there's a mystery murderer that people try to mimic. That's something else. So we'll get what we can, and we'll get out of here because I already live streamed what this was, and coincidentally, I'm not sure why. Oh, really? You don't think that somebody would have just been torn out by one hand and then like, oh, I don't want to chop off one wrist. I'm just going to stay in prison.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, okay, this is a different case then. What the, wait, what? Okay, oh, maybe it's a variation.
Violently removed. Well, I mean, that seems kind of hard. Just take it off.
No, no, I don't want to look at that. I don't want to look at that. Put it down. There you go. Look at the face. Okay, this is a different one. We had a case just before this one.
Yeah.
It was very similar. It was like the only difference was she had a ring finger on her middle finger. The ring was on her middle finger that was ripped off, but this one, it's a different hand on the left side, and it's a wedding ring finger, which is weird. And she looks almost exactly the same. So what I'm gonna go out on a limb and say there's this murderer going around, and the partner that is associated with this guy, the main character, is a lazy drunk, and he doesn't want to get to the bottom of it because he's too lazy to actually do any good work for himself or for the company that it works for. So there's these things that you can do that I'll demonstrate right now. Not that. You hit I. You can go down to this thing called Show All Clues. We have 2 intuition points. So intuition points, they display things that if you are in a hurry and you get stuck, you can use intuition points to show all clues. Now you only get intuition points once per case that you complete. So in the beginning, they're really easy to figure out. Like, oh, obviously this person's guilty because they're acting this way. Like, in this game, there's no game that is out right now that shows more facial configuration than this game, because you can look at people in this game and know that they're lying by the movements they make on their face, not just by their eyes, but their mouth, cheeks, and eyebrows themselves. Ironically, the most person who has the least facial configuration is the main character.
Figures.
He's like the most pale, like he's got the least wrinkles, the least whatever on his face, whatever.
Stone face.
He's the most dull-looking fucker in the game. So that's how that works. So what you can do is show all clues. So there's clues here that the coroner hasn't even found, sometimes in these crime scenes. So you can go on over here. Obviously, that's code B. That's a B. So they found that, but I didn't. Just an example. So you can go in here and look and investigate. This is a date. There you go. See?
And it wasn't robbery.
Yep. Obviously, it was something personal or psychotic. That's the deal.
My bet's
See?
on psychotic.
Because there's some people who are, if this is the second case that's happened in this manner, that means they're either insane or they're after something else, personal. Like, oh, I want this person dead and I want it to be graphic. Or, you know, I want this person dead because this reminds me of some certain other person. You know, psychotically. It's like, oh, you remind me of this, so I'm going to kill you. It's like, that's what the psychotic serial killer syndrome is from. It's like, you're going to keep killing people who remind you of this pain, and then they're going to keep going and killing and killing and killing. And then they're going to do the same thing over and over and over again. That's what this is from. That's what, that guy right here,
Yeah.
which I'll...
Good old
over.
brown coat.
Yeah, the guy with the carpet green coat talking to the bald guy. That's the bald guy's the coroner. He's a really good guy. He helps you out a lot in this game. He always claims that there's a killer on the loose, but they're never gonna find him. He's like, oh, if he was still in this town, we would have found him years ago. But they never found him. And it's like, oh, it's obviously he's just not here anymore, or they're just too lazy to find him. And the only reason that this guy went between being a regular cop to a homicide investigator within a year was because he showed gumption and the tenacity to get to the, you know, nitty-gritty details of everyday cases, which, you know, this freaking drunk. He's always like, hey man, hurry up. I get cranky when I'm thirsty.
Probably another sad sack that lost its pet to a fraud who wouldn't put up. You a suspect, Rusty? Watch your mouth, pal. All I'm saying is you got enough to do without reopening closed cases. Talk me through it now. Severely battered, on display. Footprints would indicate that she's been.
See how lazy he is?
Mm-hmm.
He's like trying to shrug it off.
Hey, it was just some dumb broad.
At a glance, I would say strangulation is the cause of death. I need to do further tests from the scene. And your boyfriend. They were married, they'd be at home. That humping out here in Lover's Lane.
Yeah. The coroner will give us a call later. This guy obviously wants some shit that he wants to tell us.
Is it Carruthers yet?
Hey, what's up?
Can we discuss this later?
Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so what we need to do right now is get back to our car. Because there's something that we use intuition points. There's something we can find out right now. Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Alright. So there's something we can do right now. This is literally all we can do. This game relies upon the coroner so much because there was one case that I recorded where the guy gets hit by a car and dies. But it turns out the guy was even dead before he even hit the car. So they had to trace the knife weapon back because since they tried to frame out a driver killing him, but the driver didn't even kill him because they stabbed him, pushed him into traffic, and then the car hit him. So you can never take things at face value in this game. So you always have to wait for the coroner to tell you that because I didn't even know that until the coroner told me. So the thing is, whenever you get an opportunity, like there's times in this game where it's like the captain or the chief, whatever, will be like, get down here immediately, and then we'll start walking to your car, and then you get a message or whatever, and you go back to the phone and you message the coroner. It's like, hey, stop by the coroner office whenever you get a chance, or whatever. I'm not sure how you get a notification because. Oh no! You ask. You go to, like in this time, you go to the phone, and the phone is saying. You. Pretty much, they're plugging things in out of the wall to contact you through different people. Like especially with the police station, they're priority, so it's immediate. So. That happens when you're AFK. So. When you contact the police station, you get messages from them. So it's like, hello R&I, is there any messages for me? Just nothing from me, just from the chief and the coroner. The chief says, return to the station immediately with suspects included. And then there's one from the coroner saying, come to my office as soon as possible. And then if you go to the chief immediately, the chief wants to do nothing but end the case immediately. But if you go to the coroner, he has the actual evidence to put the right person away.
No.
But if you go to the chief immediately, he's going to take everything at face value. But the coroner will not. He'll take actual evidence at face value. So there was a guy called Alfonso Mendez, who was the actual killer, which was the actual killer. But if you didn't actually follow your gut on that one, you would have arrested the wrong guy. And it would have said in the detective notes, you arrested the wrong guy, and there's nothing you could have done about it. You would have just went along with the case, and it would have been over, and you were like, oh, well, fuck, better luck next time.
Go fuck yourself.
Right? There's nothing you could have done. So what you can do is really cool in this game. I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate that right now. Get out of the car. Otherwise, you got to drive to it. Hold down the E button, and then your partner will drive.
Oh.
Still might be some playing the boyfriend angle. I thought we were on our way to lock up the husband. If it doesn't work out, Deirdre Muller has suffered enough. More than enough. You shouldn't make disparaging comments about her without even the slightest inkling of what she was like. She was a woman, wasn't she? Well, around about my third divorce, I realized women might not be the pure angels you imagine. Here, Mary.
Yeah, do nothing.
Don't make any
It's awesome.
about my wife. Hey, she's a woman. She's the mother of my children. You're a father, Cole? But don't tell me your eyes on bed. This conversation is over.
Fucking douchebag. Cole is the good guy. It's like, how could... Okay, so this guy right here is the main character. He's a World War II veteran.
Okay.
And this guy is a detective who's been a detective for about 20 years. And he's a fucking drunk alcoholic. And he drinks on the job.
How you supposed to get detective work done?
Right? And he always tells him, like, oh, must be the scotch talking.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Is your father home? What's your name? Can we come in?
Suppose so.
Supposed it's like the old timey meaning of I guess so.
I know that.
Yeah.
It's just like, I guess.
It's just not. I'm not used to worth. Yeah, I'm not used to hearing it. Hey, you don't like that shit in here. Put that fucking cigarette out, you fucking douchebag.
By we're gonna take a look around, I mean I'm going to, and my partner there is just gonna smoke.
Oh no, it's a cigar. So it's not even as bad as I thought. It's worse.
Yeah, it's worse. You can really taste the cancer right here.
Yep, you can. So we just gotta literally wait for the girl's parents to get back. Nothing really we can do but investigate the area. You know, try to get a feel for it. Literally, what we have so far is a bare naked fucking lady who is like very, very naked, dead in a field. That's literally all we have. We got nothing. We got a violin.
Yeah, we got a violin. We could play some tunes.
It's got a fancy mustache. That's literally all there is. There's a lot of things in this game that are worthless, which means you don't want to talk to the... You can talk to her if you want to, but I personally want to figure out the most in a situation before. There's two different boots here. You can talk to her, but
Why,
if you answer the wrong... Let me demonstrate. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because I've streamed this before, but Jesse's never seen this before. So let me go up to her, and I'll demonstrate it. Honestly, a detective shouldn't ever have to tell that to a girl
Yeah.
ever.
She seems pretty okay. Moments after.
Yeah, this is a bad example because kids are either really good liars or they're like you're
Emotionless.
destroying them as a person.
Some of your mother's jewelry was missing. Can you describe her things?
The brain figure was. Remember that?
Yeah.
All right. So what you can do is here, if you answer the wrong question. What? If you answer the wrong answer to the question that you asked her, she gives you an answer and you can look at her. Facial features are very important in this game. You can definitely tell when you look at her, she's scared. Right?
Mm-hmm.
She's unsure of herself. But you really think she's lying. Like if you call a character who is lying, it immediately shuts them off and they will not tell you anything else. So if you answer the wrong question, give them the wrong answer,
Okay.
then they'll turn off like just flipping a switch, and they're no longer used to you. And other people will die.
Mm.
People will die depending on the answers you give. Like on one of the first things in this game was if you did one more extra thing in answering a little bit more carefully, you would have spared one life. And she died. There was a lady who died because you weren't careful enough. So all you had to do is make sure you answer. The best way to do it is just to answer truth. When you don't know, just answer truth, because that means your character will at least pretend to know that they're telling the truth. What she's saying, if you can use your notebook right here. Small footprints. You can look at your clues. You can look at escape right here. So right here we have Cole Phelps is the main character.
Mm-hmm.
So we got Cole Phelps. I'm sorry to have to tell you, Michelle, but your mother is dead. Do you think you could answer a few questions for us? And she said I could try. Obviously, she's not too torn up about her mother being dead.
Yeah.
So, some of your mother's jewelry was missing. Can you describe her things? A ring, a watch. I never paid much attention to that stuff. So,
well, that is what
obviously, there's contradictory in the last thing that she said. Because she said there was a ring and a watch. Those are the only two things that were missing off of her dead body. So, it was either she's lying or you can be doubtful. Those are literally the only two things. So, I personally think I'm not good at this. So, I think she's lying. So, we're going to go ahead.